Key point 1. Want to achieve more? Change your mindset. Your power dwells deep within you. Far too many people create an idea, believe it's going to work, and then hit a roadblock. It could be small and usually relatively insignificant. They forget and give up when they encounter it. If this is something you've done in the past, don't feel downcast. You're among the majority. What matters is that you change how you do things from this point onward. In the pursuit of riches, most people fall by the wayside. Why? They haven't developed the right mindset to reach their goals. However, this summary might be the thing that will revolutionize your life. Forget procrastination. Stop being fearful. No more failed attempts. Just unwavering belief and faith that you will achieve your goal. You will achieve whatever you wish by following the steps in this summary. Have firm faith in your idea. If things take a turn for the worse, be ready to persevere. The ideas you will learn in the following minutes have influenced many famous people, such as John D. Rockefeller, Theodore Roosevelt, Alexander Graham Bell, and Thomas Edison. It can do the same for you. You need to develop the mental tools and determination to avoid giving up when the going gets tough. It is all within your mind. Success comes to those who become success conscious. Failure comes to those who allow themselves to become failure conscious. Napoleon Hill. Key point 2. Unwavering desire is a crucial step to success. The first step towards developing the right mindset is to acquire the desire. It shouldn't just be any old impulse, but a solid and unwavering passion, no matter what comes your way. You probably gave up when things got a little tricky in the past, but how would you know if success was near? If you realize and harness the potential of a strong desire, no obstacle will hinder your progress. During the gold rush, a large family discovered a supply of gold but didn't have the machinery for mining it. They put together a plan to obtain the machinery and began to dig. They realized they had one of Colorado's best mines, and everything was fantastic for a short period. Then, out of nowhere, they couldn't find the gold. It had dried up and disappeared. Soon after, they gave up and sold their machinery, cutting their losses. They didn't know that if they had continued digging for just 3 more feet, they would have found the gold, affected by a simple fault line. Another family found that gold and obtained the riches the original family would have had if they hadn't given up. This scenario is all too familiar. There's a way out of it. You can turn your mindset on its head and develop an unwavering desire to achieve your goal. This way, you'll be far less likely to give up. Edwin C. Barnes is an excellent example of this. He had a burning desire to work with Thomas Edison. He didn't stop until he made that desire a reality and worked with the great man for more than 30 years. So, how do you develop an unwavering desire? By controlling your thoughts. Tell yourself what you want. The more specific, the better, and create a definite plan. Write down all the details and read it to yourself aloud twice a day. Within a short time, your desire will grow to levels that no roadblock can beat. Did you know the human brain is capable of far more than we know? Scientists are still trying to work it all out. The striatum and the orbitofrontal cortex are thought to be associated with motivation. Key point 3. Faith is intangible, but it is a powerful force. Many people struggle with faith, probably because you can't see it. There's nothing visible or tangible. It is a feeling and a sense of comfort. However, belief can be controlled and created by something called autosuggestion, meaning you can make a powerful sense of conviction by telling yourself what you want to believe. Using visualization and affirmations sends solid instructions to your subconscious. From there, create a plan and work through it diligently. Faith and desire will help you work through any potential issues. People who first come into contact with a particular criminal activity, such as theft or drugs, hate it at first. However, when they're around it for an extended period, they grow used to it. If that person is near that crime for a long enough time, they will become influenced by it. All of this is down to repetition seeping into the subconscious mind. You are effectively training your mind. Use autosuggestion to build more faith by talking to yourself daily. Tell yourself what you want and demand persistence and action. Remind yourself that you will develop confidence and won't stop trying to achieve your goal. It is your manifesto. Throughout this, you also realize that you cannot succeed if your actions affect others detrimentally. Make your intentions clear. You must believe in your idea and be ready to stick to it, even if things get tough. This mantra is a promise to yourself of what you will do to get to where you need to be. In addition to this unwritten manifesto, you should visualize already achieving what you want. How does it feel? How does it look? All of this will help influence your subconscious and develop that invisible faith. It will also motivate you to move forward with your ambitions. It's easy to procrastinate when you don't have a clear vision. Experiencing achievement sounds terrific in theory, but can you imagine how much more magnificent they are in practice? Key point 4. The key to success lies in specializing your knowledge. We falsely think that knowledge is power, but what use is there in clogging up your brain with random information that will never be fruitful? Indeed, it's better to specialize your knowledge, focusing on the areas that will come in handy and inform your future actions and plans. There are two types of knowledge, and both are powerful. One is general and one is specialized. Specialized information will help you take giant leaps forward in your particular niche. When filled with too much information, your brain might feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and at times stressed. Your attention can become scattered and chaotic, influencing your performance and overall skills. By assisting your brain, choosing a niche, and studying it as meticulously as possible, you'll give your journey a destination towards where you will put the best of your efforts. Sure, it would feel good to know everything about the world, but it's an unrealistic goal that might hinder your ambitions. Your main goal should be acquiring as much knowledge about your chosen field as possible. Mastery is the key to success. Read into your particular area of interest and learn more. Ask questions and seek answers. The more specialized you can be, the more you'll succeed. Learning doesn't bring you riches. It simply influences your plan, and therefore your actions. Henry Ford pointed out this idea very clearly. He questioned his general knowledge, or lack thereof, wondering why he would bother cluttering his brain when he had other people who could tell him whatever he needed to know. Ford may not have been the most formally educated person globally. Still, he made sure that what he learned was specialized in his niche and made firm decisions based on it. Did you know? The right side of your brain is responsible for creative thoughts. It deals with abstract ideas, imagination, context, and emotions. The left part of your brain, sometimes called the logical one, deals with reasoning, analyzing information, reading, and speaking. Key point 5. If you can imagine anything, you can achieve it. It's all in your mind. As children, we always hear that we should imagine and dream, but as we get older, we stop doing it. If you want to achieve your dreams in adulthood, you need to continue imagining, but focus on it a little more sharply. Imagination isn't useless when you reach adolescence. Focus your creative skills on areas that make sense to your goals. Your imagination is where you come up with ideas and make plans. There's a saying that you can create anything the human mind can picture or imagine. It is proven when you consider the massive technological advancements we've made. Who would have dreamed that one day you could speak to people on the other side of the world using a computer? Who would have dreamt we would regularly be sending people into outer space? These were all ideas created in someone's mind. There are two types of imagination. Synthetic one allows you to reaffirm existing knowledge, and creative vision encourages you to dream up new ideas and plans. It's essential to use the right one. Synthetic thinking isn't about coming up with anything new. It is about rehashing the things you already know. On the other hand, creative imagination is potent. Here, the brain communicates with something called infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence lets you focus on your end plan, taking you where you want to go. Through this, you experience those hunches or flashes of ideas that don't seem to have much sense or reason. If you put those ideas and hunches into a plan, this plan needs to be definite and organized. The more solid and organized you are, the more likely your goal is to succeed. However, you cannot do this alone, and you need to create a team of people with whom you can bounce ideas off, gain advice, and a new perspective. Napoleon Hill calls these your mastermind alliance. Choose these people carefully, ensure harmony and fairness amongst you, and meet regularly to move forward with your plan. Did you know Thomas Edison failed around 10,000 times before he came up with the famous light bulb invention? Key point 6. Be a leader and make a firm plan to move forward. The key to creating a solid plan lies in good organization. That's what defines your road to success. Your plan shouldn't be scattered or chaotic. It's much easier to procrastinate when you don't have a solid plan. He questioned his general knowledge or lack thereof, wondered why he would bother cluttering his brain when he had other people who could tell him whatever he needed to know. It's also beneficial to have a couple of plans for different occasions. Many things can go off course, and you'll feel much more at ease if you plan possible pitfalls. Another critical element of success is the people you are working with. No man is an island. With a great support, you'll go a long way. You also must have good interpersonal skills to create an inviting atmosphere in the group. The people you work with should be inspired and motivated to create. You have to do everything in your power to ensure this ambiance. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Napoleon Hill. You should expect to fail a few times because it is a part of life. Mistakes and missteps are bound to happen on your journey to success, not their side effects. Even the most organized plans will hit roadblocks, but you merely rebuild it and try once more. Your mastermind alliance will help you with this. Of course, you must be a leader in your alliance and develop the right leadership skills. These include courage, the ability to control yourself and your actions, a sense of justice, keen decision-making skills, the ability to make definite plans, always going above and beyond, and being able to cooperate and work well with others. A high-quality leader doesn't pretend to know it all. Do a self-analysis of your leadership skills. Be bold and ask yourself hard questions. By becoming a firm leader, you will make robust plans that can weather storms, perhaps through a bit of rebuilding along the way. Once things fall by the wayside, pick yourself up and carry on. Key point 7. Avoid procrastination to make progress in whatever you're trying to achieve. The most successful people on the planet can make quick and firm decisions without allowing procrastination to affect their choices. Henry Ford was renowned for his ability to make fast decisions. However, when it was time to make changes, he was slow to check every avenue beforehand. It is also true for some of the most successful people who have ever walked on this planet. If you need to make any changes, consider them with care. Caring too much about what other people think or listening to opinions will slow you down. If you care too much about other people's views, you will not be able to create that desire or faith because you're too concerned about others. It would help if you only cared about your thoughts and the views of those within your mastermind alliance. For this reason, be very selective with whom you let into your group. Friends and family might mean well, but it rarely works. Prioritize the opinions of people that you care about. However, being definite and firm in your decisions takes a lot of courage in many cases. Napoleon Hill brings to mind the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence. They put their lives on the line, definite in their choice. While your decision might not be dramatic, it must be equally solid and firm. By now, do you resist giving up when facing difficulties? You must train persistence and believe that your dreams can materialize. Persistence is similar to willpower, but when you add it to desire, it's a combination that little can get in the way of success. Sometimes it might seem like persistence slows you down, but small steps are a big part of any progress. These are the traits that develop persistence: having a very definite purpose, desire, being self-reliant, making very definite plans, ensuring specialized knowledge, working with others such as your mastermind alliance, strong willpower, and creating positive habits. Key point 8. The power of the brain and the subconscious mind. As discussed earlier, the brain and the subconscious mind can be affected by autosuggestion. Your subconscious mind, in particular, is very vulnerable to the things you tell yourself and repeat. Hence, it makes sense to use this to your advantage. Your subconscious never stops. It works while you're awake and sleeping. You can't control your subliminal thoughts entirely, but you can try by using your emotions. This part of your mind is far more affected by emotions than the normal brain, which is more about logical thought and reason. If you feel emotions towards something, you're more likely to attempt to get it or fix it. Your emotions can distract you, but having a solid plan will lessen their influence. There are 7 positive emotions: desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance, and hope. Using the 7 positive emotions, you can create a positive mindset. It is impossible to be positive and negative simultaneously. One has to override the other. Kick out negative emotions such as fear, hatred, revenge, greed, anger, and superstition. This way, you can create a more positive attitude to life, known as the law of habit. This law makes you more positive by focusing on the 7 positive emotions. Mastery of the law of success philosophy is the equivalent of an insurance policy against failure. Samuel Gompers. Being scared frequently leads to failure. The most common fears are poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of a loved one, old age, and death. These also create a cycle, with one leading to another. Fear isn't real, yet it can quickly derail your plans. Indecision causes you to overthink, usually into aspects of anxiety with no solid foundation. To help protect yourself against fear and other negative factors, develop willpower and always use it to build a wall. This wall will keep out negativity and help you focus on your mind and a positive mindset. It's also important to surround yourself with positive and helpful people, not those who are negative. A pessimistic person can easily transmit doubt to you without even trying. Conclusion. By becoming a stronger, more decisive person, you can change your mindset about success. That means you're encouraging triumph to come your way, more falling by the wayside when things become a little tricky. Instead, you'll foster a single-minded route that will help you achieve all your goals and become the person everyone admires. Isn't that what everyone wants at the end of the day? Remember, changing your mindset doesn't happen overnight. It is a process you must dedicate time and effort to if you want it to work. You need to master each element before moving on to the others. The whole process is a snowball effect. As you master, one section will lead to the next. As you reach each goal, your confidence will increase. Focus on becoming a stronger, more single-minded person. Trust yourself and work with a concrete plan. This method will build your confidence and help you achieve your lifelong aims. Becoming a successful person isn't down to luck. It's down to hard work and perseverance. These are things that anyone can encourage in their lives. It takes awareness and understanding when current tactics aren't working. Take control of your emotions, create a plan, and move towards your life goals. Try this. Practice repeating positive affirmations to uphold your belief. Identify the people you want to be by your side throughout your journey, your mastermind alliance. Consider attending a meetup of like-minded individuals. It will help you overcome your fear of making new acquaintances while building connections.